Be better than others sounds like motivation, but it may be the most damaging lie we've ever believed. In this quiet moment of reflection, a humble monk shares stories, ancient wisdom, and personal insight into the trap of comparison, and what it truly means to grow. Watch until the end to discover the one shift that can change your entire perspective on success. There's a voice in the world that speaks to you from the moment you're born. It tells you to run faster, speak louder, earn more, look better, and always be better than the person next to you. It sounds like ambition, but what if I told you it's a lie? Not because growth is bad, growth is beautiful, but because the way we define better has become poisoned by comparison. I want to share a story, one that changed the way I see success. Part 1. The Apple Tree and the Bamboo. Many years ago, during my time at a monastery tucked away in the hills, a fellow monk told me this. The apple tree and the bamboo grow side by side, but never compete. The apple tree blossoms quickly, bearing fruit each year. The bamboo? It spends years growing underground, quiet, unseen, until suddenly it shoots up, growing taller than most trees. If the bamboo tried to bloom like the apple, it would wither. If the apple tried to stretch like the bamboo, it would break. Each is complete. Not better, not worse, just true to its nature. And yet, we live in a world obsessed with ranking, with measuring ourselves against timelines that were never ours to begin with. Part 2. The dangers of comparison. The lie behind "be better than others" is that it convinces you that your worth is measured externally. So you start chasing diplomas not for knowledge, but for applause. Jobs not for purpose, but for prestige. Bodies not for health, but for admiration. And slowly, your soul gets quieter, because you're too busy looking sideways to look inward. You know what's worse? Even when you win, you lose, because the goalpost moves. There's always someone richer, smarter, prettier, fitter. You climb the ladder and realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. Part 3. The Monk Who Never Won. There was an elder monk, wise and warm. He was never the best meditator nor the fastest learner. In fact, he often fell asleep during evening practice. But when people were sad, they went to him. When they were lost, they sought his presence. He didn't shine with brilliance. He shone with stillness. I once asked him, "Why don't you try to be like the others?" He smiled and said, "A river does not try to be the ocean. It just flows." In that moment, I understood. The deepest peace comes not from being the best, but from being whole. Part 4. The Path to Real Growth. True growth isn't upward, it's inward. It's not about proving you're ahead of someone else. It's about realizing you're exactly where you need to be and that your path is sacred even if it's quiet. So ask yourself, are you growing or performing? Are you pursuing your purpose or just playing a role you think the world wants? Because the person you're meant to become doesn't live in someone else's shadow. It lives in your stillness, your silence, your self-reflection. The next time you feel the urge to be better than someone, pause. Ask, what if I just focused on being better than who I was yesterday? That's a race you'll never regret running. And remember, the apple tree never envies the bamboo. It simply blossoms in its time. If this message touched something in you, I invite you to reflect on it with me. Leave a comment. What comparison are you ready to let go of today? And if you feel someone in your life needs to hear this, share it with them. Sometimes a single moment of stillness can plant the seed for a lifetime of growth. Thank you for being here. Be gentle with yourself. And remember, you are not in a race. You are on a journey. Subscribe for more life lessons, mindful reflections, and everyday philosophy. Comment below, what comparison are you ready to let go of today? Share this with someone who needs peace more than pressure.